Hey y'all, thank y'all so much for joining the 5 days of Reclaim Your Power affirmations. I just want to be able to express my stories and praying that it helps someone. I'm not used to this, but God is telling me I need to share my story. And you know what? I'm going to listen. So today's day one. Day one is pretty much saying reclaiming your power after the devil told you to end it all. When I tell you depression is real, depression is real. I struggle with depression and anxiety, right? And on this particular day, I was in New Orleans. I was with my ex-husband. At that time was my husband, but now he's my ex-husband. And I was in a dark place, even though I still was doing the women's empowerment, still posting encouragement on social media and stuff like that. I was still in a dark place. Like my dad transitioned some months prior to this particular day. But on this day, the devil told me, go ahead, pull out in front of traffic. I never forget, I was in New Orleans. I was across the river. And in between seeing clients, because I was doing in-home mental counseling, I was doing intensive in-home counseling, right? And I was in between, but it was a rough day. Like everything that could possibly go wrong, anything that was breaking me was winning that particular day. And I did. I remember just being right there at the light, and I seen the cars coming by, and I heard it just saying, pull out, go ahead. And I felt my foot moving off the brake, and I felt myself drifting, but something stopped me, y'all. And I kid you not, I know it was nothing but God, but just to the fact, and let me be honest with you all, that wasn't my first time having thoughts about suicide. It wasn't. But this particular time, your girl was about to be gone. I was really hoping that these cars that was coming up would hit me so hard that I would end it all. And let me remind y'all, at the time, I got 2 young kids. I had my girls at that time, they had to be 4 and 2. And the guy who I was married to at the time, I remember calling him once I got to the parking lot. And I say, man, like I just really felt like I was about to end it all. I felt myself wanting to die. Like I'm expressing, I'm pouring my heart out to him, letting him know how I feel about this. And his only response to me was, I'm sorry you feel like that. And at that time, you go to your husband to feel covered or to feel protected. But when you express to him, and honestly, y'all, this wasn't my first time telling him I was contemplating suicide. But this particular time, I was hoping that the support would have been a whole lot support, like just stronger than I'm sorry you feel like that. And like, pray for your girl, do something, but it's all good, because I needed that moment to gain strength to leave. Because at that point, I'm like, okay, I got 2 girls that I need to live for. And that's what I had to do. In that moment, I had to realize, Shantae, it's time for you to go. Because if you stay here, number one, you felt like the marriage was just wasn't what I needed it to be. And just to know that I felt like when you're depressed, you already feel alone. Let's be 100 about it. You do. And then when you're expressing to someone, that this is how you feel, and then that's the response, and you're like, you know what? Thank you, God. You allow me to see what I needed to see. So, what to do after you get to this point when you feel like, okay, I need to regain my power over this, because if I don't, I am going to kill myself. Point blank, period. So I had to really dig deeper into Christ, y'all. Because at that point, I know our relationship wasn't as strong. I already was mad at him because I felt like you took my dad away. And then now I leave North Carolina and go back to New Orleans to a situation where I don't want to be already. And honestly, I was mad. I was upset with God. So I know Another reason why the devil was able to get in my ear like that, because I wasn't even being all the way 100, being real with God. But I thank God that he stepped in, he intervened on my behalf during that day. But that was the moment I'm like, okay, you know what? We need to get out this, go ahead, transition on out this marriage, because it's already got a lot of stuff going on already, and you're going to mess around, end up killing yourself if you stay here. Point blank, period. Number two, I had to think about my kids. I had to shift my focus. That's what you have to do when that devil is trying to shift and trying to take the breath out of you. You have to shift your focus. Because if not, he's going to win. Like, you know, we all sing the song Victory, we win and stuff like that. But y'all, sometimes that spirit overpower you. So when you feel like you better end, you're at your breaking point, you got to shift your focus. And that's pretty much the affirmation that I want you to receive today. I have to shift my focus when this depression is trying to take me out. Because the reason why you feel it so heavy the way that you do is because you have the devil didn't see the purpose. He didn't see the next glimpse of what's coming up next for you. And he does not want you to get it. He does not want you to see it. So in order for you to beat that spirit, because I'm not going to say depression going to go away. I've been dealing with this for years. It's not like just a magical pill that you could take and it's just gone. No, you have to deal with it. It's mental health is real. This is why I post stuff every Tuesday about mental health. Y'all, because I deal with it. I see it all the time. Like, for real. But it's not going to go away. But you have to learn how to live with it. So shift your focus, get you around some people who could build you back up on days when you don't feel like you're worthy of anything. You have to get yourself a good support group and therapy. God knows when I left that situation and I moved back to North Carolina and all this stuff. Yo, first thing I was doing, let me go ahead and find me a therapist. See, we don't always believe in therapy, but I do. Talking to that therapist, getting that stuff out, and she or he not being biased or anything like that, and they let you know, okay, well, clinically, this is what you may need to do, and things like that. It was needed, and I was not in denial about it. So shift your focus and do what you have to do to gain your power back, because the devil would not win. He would not. He's going to try. He's going to throw everything at you, but he won't win. So y'all, that's all I have on today. I felt like I talked too much already, but day 2, we're going to go into talking about pretty much the life that I had. You know, it's for people who gone through a divorce. You're going through a divorce, and then before you know it, you're a single parent. So that's what we're talking about tomorrow, divorce and single parenting. Okay, y'all? So I look forward to seeing y'all tomorrow. Have a good day. Talk to y'all soon.